The Ballon d'Or nominees, it has happened, and of course, it happened yesterday. And the players have been nominated in different categories. Of course, we talk about the Copper Trophy. We talk about the Yachin Trophy, the Men's Club of the Year, the Men's Coach of the Year. Quick rundown on that very one. Let's start with the nominees for the Copper Trophy. Copper Trophy is simply best player under the age of 21 that has been doing very, very well. The nominees, of course, include João Neves, the new defensive midfielder for Paris Saint-Germain. He has been doing very well in that role for PSG. Savino, the new signing for Manchester City, he's there. Matthias Tel, that plays with Bayern Munich, he made it in that very list. He's 19 years of age. Lamine Yamal, obviously, of course, he is in that very mixed 17 years of age. Warren Zaire-Emery, the midfielder of Paris Saint-Germain, equally made it in that very mix. And of course, he isn't the only player. Paul Kubasi is there. Alejandro Garnacho of Manchester United made it. Adagula made it. Karim Konate made it. And of course, Kobe Menu made it to that very list. These are the players, the younger players, of course, regarded as the Copper Trophy for the Ballon d'Or. General Sonny Bobo, the Malian Kanute, you've heard the nominees. Are the players that ought to be there that you didn't hear their names, or players that are there that shouldn't make the list, General?
Well, I'm not surprised that did you mention any player playing for Manchester United?
Of course, Alejandro Garnacho and Kobe Menu.
Garnacho is there. Kobe Menu. Congratulations to them. I didn't.
Did you mention any Chelsea player?
I didn't.
No, I didn't mention any Chelsea player.
Okay, for that very category. Yes. Well, a good one for them. I don't know why the both of you are laughing, but Kobe Menu has been, great. He has been playing very, very nice football. Even the Euro, he played some great football. Not very many people saw it coming from a player as young as Kobe Menu. So he's doing a great job. Even Garnacho himself is also doing a great job. Remember the times he came through for Manchester United last season a lot. So making it to that very nomination, I think is really a good one for them. So congratulations to them going forward. I hope one of them wins it.
I want to ask, who are you tipping to win it?
Please mention the nominees again.
Okay, we have João Neves, Savino, Matthias Tel.
Just call one person, it's okay. You rest the okay.
Yamal, Warren Zaire-Emery.
That's the name I want you to call, then it's okay.
I think one thing about this category is just recognition of what they've done for the past years. But we all know that what I look forward to is the top three. That's what I just look forward to.
This is just the nomination, of course. They will narrow it down.
Exactly. So I definitely, we all know, even without blinking eyes, we all know the
who are we? You say we all know.
Exactly. Definitely, Yamal is definitely deserves it, and he will win it.
All right, son of a, you've said it. Even Malian Kanute agrees with that very one, believing that Lamine Yamal will be the young lad that will win the Copper Trophy. But we'll get to see when it finally happens. October will be when the award will be handed over to them. Moving on to the next category, let's talk about the Men's Club of the Year trophy. Yes, the Men's Club of the Year trophy. 5 clubs have been nominated in this category. We have Borussia Dortmund, we have Girona, and the Spanish La Liga. We have Bayer Leverkusen. Of course, we saw the unbeaten run they had the Bundesliga last season. Real Madrid made it, and of course, Manchester City. These are the teams that have been nominated for the Men's Club of the Year. So, who do you think? Which of the clubs do you think will win the Club of the Year?
I think without taking into account, many clubs they did well. Girona did well qualifying for the Champions League. We saw how strong they were in the Germans, in the Spanish league. Then of course, Real Madrid winning their 14th Champions League. Even when some people are still struggling with 2 and 3, the Manchester City, of course, we know what they did, winning straight in a row 4 times in the Premier League. But I think I will go with Bayern Leverkusen because for donkey years, they've not won anything and they played unbeaten. So I'll go with Bayern Leverkusen.
General, do you agree with Sonny Bobo? Borussia Dortmund, Girona, Bayer Leverkusen, Real Madrid, and Manchester City.
Yeah, of course, Real Madrid and Manchester City, they've been doing well. So making it to the list is not even something surprising to be surprised about because, come on, it does look like it is their thing, you know, making it year in, year out. So the 14th, like Sonny said, some people have not even won it at all. Like the person I'm looking at right now, his club.
Come on, General, move ahead.
He's yet to win it. So I think that winning it for the record 14th time is no longer a big deal because it is their thing now. The UEFA Champions League is their thing. So for me, I'm tipping Bayer Leverkusen for what they did, replicating that 2003-2004 Invisibles Arsenal did in the Premier League in the Bundesliga is something that should even give them that award already.
All right, General Kanute, should Borussia Dortmund be there in the first place?
He has to mention Arsenal twice for winning the unbeaten. So let's leave that record. I think Bayer Leverkusen, to me personally, they should give them because they did an unbelievable achievement last season.
Okay.
I just that final, that Europa League final that got
Lukman.
exactly. So I think I just feel that, but. If Man City wins it, Real Madrid wins it, I won't be surprised. But I think Girona actually did well through last season.
Yes, they did very well.
Because nobody expected them to qualify. But I just see all fingers are pointed to Bayer Leverkusen for what they did last season.
All right, we'll get to see until when they hand over this award to them. Moving away from that category, let's look at. Of course, this one is a very difficult one, a very, very difficult one. The coach of the year. Who will be the coach, or you call it the manager of the year? There have been 6 nominees in this very category. But okay, let me mention the coaches that have been nominated. Xabi Alonso is in that mix, of course. Bayer Leverkusen, Don Carlo Ancelotti for Real Madrid, Luis de la Fuente, the Spanish head coach, he is there. Gasparini, the Atalanta head coach, he made it. Pep Guardiola of Manchester City, definitely he is here. And then Lionel Scaloni of Argentina. These are the coaches that have been nominated. Sonny Bobo, who do you think will win the best coach of the year?
This one is going to be a very difficult one, but I think for me, it's going to be between. For me, I feel it's going to be between Xabi Alonso and Luis de la Fuente. Yeah, but I will go with Xabi Alonso.
I can say this is a very difficult one. This category.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
It is because now you have to weigh. Okay, which
Scaloni, of course, he won the Copa
America.
America. Louis de la Fuente.
Which trophies more weighs more?
Okay.
At this point, and another criteria is okay. Which of these coaches you just didn't expect to win the trophy? Like Spain coach, I don't think anybody expected them to go into that tournament. Apart from the first game, it's when they started the first match, everybody saw what they could do. But the likes of Scaloni and Argentina, I don't think everybody will be surprised about Argentina winning the Copa
Pep
America.
Guardiola, Manchester City.
I don't think
No
they will be
surprises.
surprised about
Don Carlo Ancelotti.
I don't think they will be surprised. So I think
Gasparini winning the Europa League.
Exactly. I think these are the coaches that probably will feel okay.
And Alonso in the Invincible.
Exactly. They didn't expect them to do what they did, and probably maybe that's right. But I'll also be shocked if it's given to probably the coach that won the Champions League or so. But it's a very
this one is the most
category
difficult.
that you can't really predict.
General, who are you tipping to win this very category? Don Carlo Ancelotti, Luis de la Fuente, Xabi Alonso, Gasparini, Pep Guardiola, and of course Lionel Scaloni of Argentina.
Well, if Alonso's club wins the other category, they might likely give it to him because he led his team to, completing.
That's the club of the year.
Yeah, he led his team to completing Bundesliga last season, and it's not like he's even been coaching for long, he just got started not quite long, and he's already doing exploits. The only thing he was unable to win was the Europa League, yeah, where Atlanta, where we had Ademola Lookman doing his thing in the final. So I think that, yes, Carlos Ancelotti and the rest, like I said for the club, these are regular names, anytime they are listing, they are bringing out nominees or nominations, you expect that these people will make it to these categories. So Xabi Alonso and then the Argentine coach, then the Spanish coach, I think one of them. But for me, I'm tipping Xabi Alonso to win it.
And that is the men's coach of the year and nominee. Let's move over to the Yachin, talking about the best goalkeeper Yachin trophy. Of course, we have Diogo Costa there, Gianluigi Donnarumma is there, Gregor Kobel, Andrea Lunin, Michael Miagna, and of course, Georgi Mamadashvili, Emiliano Martinez, Unai Simon, Jan Sommer, and of course, Ronan Williams. Can you say a quick one? Who are you tipping in this category?
I can't get a grip of our names, but I think this one is also more like the coach of the year, because they have keepers that did led their teams to various like Martinez, I think led the Aston Villa to Champions League and won the Copa America. So what I think one thing that will be more easier is that they will trim it down to 3. I think that will make it okay to get a clear picture of but for now, I think exactly. I want them to when they trim it down to 3, I think I can answer okay, this one probably will have stand a chance of winning it.
All right, of course, and the big one, the 2024 men's Ballon d'Or nominees. Of course, about 30 players, if I'm not mistaken, 30 players have been nominated. We have quickly Jude Bellingham, Chananolu, we have Danikawa, Ruben Diaz, Artem Dovbyk, we have Phil Foden, Alejandro Grimaldo, not Garnacho this time. We have Ellen Haaland, Matt Hummels, Harry Kane, Toni Kroos, Ademola Lookman, the only African that made it in this very list. Of course, we have Emiliano Martinez, Lautaro Martinez, Kylian Mbappe, Martin Odegaard, Dani Olmo, Cole Palmer, Declan Rice, Rodri, Anthony Rudiger, Bukayo Saka, William Saliba, Federico Valverde, Vinicius Junior, Vitinha for Paris Saint-Germain, Nico Williams, Ferran Wirtz, and of course, Granit Xhaka and Lemon Yamal. 3 Arsenal players made it to this very list. Of course, 4 Arsenal players, if I'm not mistaken, made it to this very list. But these are the nominees for the Ballon d'Or. Sonny Bobo, quickly, before I hear from General Kanite.
I think it's a good one, but I see some notable names missing. I see some notable
there are
names
a lot of names in meeting. Yeah. Of course, no Antoine Griezmann, no Mo Salah, no Kevin De Bruyne, no Van Dijk, no Julian Alvarez, Rodrigo of Real Madrid, even Lewandowski didn't make it in this very list.
For me, I think Gyökeres could have made the list. Gyökeres of is it Sporting now? Sporting Lisbon. I think he should have made the list, but the list is okay. But there are some people that I feel that shouldn't be making this list that are there. Yeah,
like
there
who?
are people
Chanalolu?
Chanalolu shouldn't be there. Yeah, though he won the Serie with there, but I think a person like what is his name? Diaz should be there.
Ruben Diaz obviously is here.
Yeah, no, not Ruben Diaz. Luis Diaz should be there. Luis Diaz should be there. So it is just man-made. That's just it. It's a man's selection. That's just it. But it's okay.
Can you say this is the first time since 2003 that no Ronaldo, no Messi in the nomination?
Yeah, at least we'll rest. Everybody will rest with the Ronaldo, Messi.
End of an era.
Exactly. So, but I think it's just 30 lists. They can't fix everybody. Those people that are in the list, they deserve to be there. The people that were suspended, but I think Lewandowski had, if you call it, he had the off and on season last season. So I see the reason why he's not there.
I wasn't happy when Rodrigo wasn't mentioned in that list.
Rodrigo was not mentioned. It was omitted.
Yeah, Rodrigo should have mentioned. But I think it's just
a recognition.
Yeah,
Mo Salah didn't make it.
Yeah, but last season wasn't. Although he scored a lot of goals, but it wasn't.
That's what he does best.
Exactly, wasn't the season probably that in terms of the side. But at the end of the day, I think this is just a recognition of what these players has done. They will trim it down to maybe 10, from 10 to 3. So, but I know just a recognition of what they've done, what they did last year. But at the end, is the top 3 or top 4.
Ademola Lookman making it in this very list. Yeah, does that the only African? Does that signify that African best is looking like he's this year?
Yeah, it should be. If he's not giving, then there's something's fishy, because definitely him making it at the Ballon d'Or as the only African. Then it says a lot that definitely he should win the African best player.
The general, these are the names that have been nominated.
Yeah, Sonny said it was a man-made list. Would God had written it from heaven and sent it to
I'm just saying it's man's selection. If it is God, then it will be perfect. This is just what is made by man.
I think that, yes, for the list, it's a good one. Like you said, end of an era for Ronaldo, Messi. No more comparison between who is the world greatest and the rest. The list, you cannot have every player on that list. Yeah. You just have to, it's first 30, 1 to 30. There are other, yes, sometimes, of course, there are human errors. We cannot I completely avoid that. But then again, these players are selected by, they have different criteria. So I think making it to the list is a good one. Congratulations to them. Everyone cannot make it to the list. Exactly. But I've not seen anyone yet until they trim it further. Yeah, maybe when they trim it down to 10, I could I might
already know
a particular player.
The favorites will get
but then again, congratulations to Ademola Lookman on making it as the only African to make it to that list. I mean, other Africans, they really need to improve, because first to 30 and you have just one African. I think football in this continent, it really has to be improved because we can't have just one man. What about Onana? Onana is doing well for Manchester United. Why didn't he make it released?
All right, those are the players that have been nominated for the Ballon d'Or from every category. Who are you tipping to make the final list? Of course, the goalkeeper, the best young player under 21. Of course, the men's Ballon d'Or nominees. Who you think will make it to the final list? Before we talk about the eventual winner of that very one.